For the past week, I've been on a road trip adventure from Moab all the way down to Monument Valley through Bears Ears National Monument, creating this core photography course. It's really the fundamentals course that you need to better pre-visualize images, capture those images with the gear that you have, and process them in a way that gets the most out of them. It's broken into 4 distinct chapters. The first is about the scene. It's everything that you need to think about before you ever take your camera out of the bag. How to connect with your subject, whether that subject is a macro, a portrait, or a landscape. The second is all about exposure and capturing the right exposure. The third is about the camera and the equipment that you use to capture that scene. And finally, the image is an amalgamation of everything that we've talked about before, putting all those pieces together that capture an image that not only matters to you, but that emotionally impacts the viewer when they view it. Hey, I'm Hudson, and I'm a Portland, Oregon-based photographer and photo educator. But not that long ago, I remember being a lawyer, feeling sort of chained to my desk and wishing that I was out there in the world with my camera. And over the years and the move from film to digital, I just really focused on perfecting my craft, doing ultra high resolution images and panoramic mergers, low light photography, blending multiple exposures to get more dynamic range. And over the years, I've made a transition to where now I travel and take images and help other people create better images and better develop their sense of creative visioning. Now, I know you're wondering, what is this core course that you're offering? Well, it's the backbone for every other piece of training that I offer, from the advanced panoramic merger video course that's about to release to low light photography course that I'm planning for early next year. A whole bunch of training builds on this particular course. It's over 30 episodes, 4 hours long. Every single episode has crib notes that you can take in a PDF format in your mobile device out in the field so it can jog your memory about what I was talking about. And it's going to cover everything from what you should be thinking about before you ever get your camera out of the bag, how to connect with the thing that you're photographing, how to think about what to include, what to exclude, just all that basic thought about how you're going to compose your image. Then we're going to talk about the different exposure variables that you can work with creatively to get the look that you're after, to get the look that the scene that you're photographing speaks to you. And then we'll talk about the different tools that you're going to use to manipulate those exposure variables, whether it's a big, heavy-duty DSLR setup, a mirrorless camera, or even your cell phone. Those principles remain exactly the same. Finally, we'll talk about post-production and just getting your images stored, backed up, imported, safe in both Adobe Lightroom and ON1's Photo Raw. I have 2 different offerings for this. Those are the 2 big pieces of software that I work with the most. And then we'll talk about raw processing your image for tone and color, correcting poor exposures, noise reduction and sharpening, getting those images ready to finish edit and stylize. And then finally, I'll do some start to finish editing just to sort of see my technique and my style that I like to finish edit my images with, and help inform you about what style you're looking for. This course was filmed on a big road trip from Bears Ears National Monument up through Moab, the Great Salt Lake, back here to my studio in the Pacific Northwest. It's been an amazing journey. I had an incredible time creating this course, and I know you're going to enjoy it.